If you've ever felt like you've been stuck in your body, frustrated with the scale, or like you were afraid to be seen when you went out in public, then girl, this video's for you. Hey, my lovely YouTubers, podcasters, all of you, welcome back to another episode of the Pretty Fearless podcast with me, your host, Tracy J. And today I am super excited about today's video because we're talking about how to trust God with your weight loss and your health journey, okay? And this is something that I'm very open about, and I've shared some videos here recently and some tips that have really inspired a lot of you guys on your health journey. And so I also want to take it back to that place of faith, okay? I want to tell you how you can trust God with that, because I don't know about you guys, but it's a journey. It is a journey, okay? So if you're new here, go ahead and make sure you subscribe to the podcast. We're on Apple and Spotify, and also here on the YouTube channel if you want to watch it in video mode, okay? Also, if there's anything I talk about today, there will be links in the show notes or in the description box of this video. So I hope you're ready, girl, to start trusting God with your weight loss journey. Okay, you guys, this was a recently when I realized that I could not do this on my own, okay? So I always said, God, I needed an accountability partner, whatever. This was earlier in the summer. I got an accountability partner. For the first day, I showed up. I think I did for the first 2 days. We showed up at like 7 in the morning. We were walking. And then I think day 3 or 4 hit, and I told her in the morning, I'm just not going to make it. Like, I just couldn't get out of bed, okay? And that right there for me was when I realized, because the rest of that day I felt really bad. I felt bad that I didn't keep my word, that she had to go out there by herself, and I wasn't with her. And it's almost like I was upset a little with myself all day, and I realized that I was going to have to ask God for help on this journey. That it wasn't going to take willpower or grit to get up out of that bed. It was that I didn't have enough of it, if I'm honest. I needed some extra divine intervention. I needed some extra help to get me out of that bed, because the truth is, you guys, I really like my sleep, okay? And that's something that I'm very big on. I like my sleep, all right? And so the thought of giving up sleep, it was like, well, it's all right. I can do it. But I quickly realized within that first week that I could not do that on my own. If you've ever felt like you've been stuck in your body, frustrated with the scale, or like you were afraid to be seen when you went out in public, then girl, this video's for you, because I have been all there, and I'm going to talk to you about that today, on how those can be signs that you really need to trust God with your weight loss journey, okay? So if you felt frustrated, like you've been stuck in your body, that the scale will never move for you, that you're stuck at that current weight, or even if it's time to go out to in public and you don't want to run into anybody because you're so scared, so insecure, then this video is for you, because I've been to all those places, and I want to tell you that this has been a journey. Right now, as we're watching this, I am down 29 pounds. I really want to get to that 30-pound mark, but I'm 1 pound away from hitting 30 pounds down. And to be honest with you, it feels really good to say that. It feels really good to be here, but it's also showing me how much excess weight I had on my body that I was so blind to. You know how they call it nose blind, where you're like nose blind to certain smells? I think I really was blind to the excess weight I had been carrying, because now, almost down 30 pounds, I still have excess weight on me, right? But and it shows me that, wow, girl, you really was blind to the weight your body was carrying. And also, you knew your angles. You knew to wear the stretchy dresses and the stretchy outfits. You knew that. And so for your pant size to be like 14, 16, that didn't even phase you, right? And so that was my pant size. It was about 14, 16. Sometimes I could go a little bigger if I needed to. But that was around my pant size at the time when I started really losing weight. And I will say, now those pants fall off of me, but it does feel really good to see the progress. But I want to tell you guys, the enemy knows where to hit you, okay? And I'm about to share a story that happened to me, and honestly, there's a few stories that really got me furious and more insecure instead of helping me, okay? So I want to say this to people out there. I know we think it's helpful sometimes to tell someone, hey, like, you're putting on the excess pounds and stuff. But you also got to be careful on your approach, your delivery, because I want to show you how the enemy knows where to hit you. Okay. So this was like years and years ago. I had moved back home. I failed out of college. I think this was like 2017. I had a lot of hormonal acne, and I quickly put on like 20 to 30 pounds. Okay. And at this time, the ministry was just really getting started and I wasn't confident at all. I did not like myself. I didn't like what I saw in the mirror. I didn't like the scale. And I really felt super down, okay? And I didn't even like going to the grocery store. I didn't like running into people from high school. And I come from a small town, so you're going to see everybody at Walmart, okay? Like, you're going to run into everybody and their mama at Walmart. And so I was always trying to avoid Walmart, right? So one day, I go into Walmart, think I'm going to run in there real quick, grab something, and head home. And I see a old friend from high school that I hadn't seen in years. And I'm like, "Hey, girl, how you doing?" I'm being real, just me. And she was like, "Mo, you got fat." That was what she said to me. Okay, I gotta forgive it, Lord. I forgive it. Okay, anyway. But she was like, "Mo, you got fat." And I kind of played it off. And I was like, "Ha ha." I kind of laughed it off. But really, y'all, that stuck with me. We in 2025 and I'm telling y'all the story, okay? But that really hurt me. Like, that stuck with me because I already knew I had put on a lot of weight. I knew I didn't look like the way I wanted to look. But when she said those words, it was more of more solidified that I wasn't worthy. It's almost like her saying that more solidified my lack of self-confidence. It solidified how I felt about myself and all of that. So then that goes by. Some months later, this was saying, I know the enemy know where to hit you at, girl. He know he can't get you to drink. He know he can't get you to go do extra other things, smoke, act wild. He know he can't get you to do that. So he gonna hit you where it hurt. So my brother was home visiting, and I already forgave my brother for this, but he is a man, and boys that, if you have an older brother, they gonna tell you everything in the sun. They not gonna hold no punches. So my brother, we sitting on the couch, and he was like, "Mo, you getting Chito. You getting Chito." And we're Choctaw. My mom is Choctaw. So Chito means fat, okay, in Choctaw. And that's Native American, if you don't know that. I was like, "Mo, you getting Chito." And I was like, whatever, like, I was like, whatever, like, and that's kind of how I have that energy with my brother, like, shut up, whatever. But really, this was years ago that stuck with me. And it's almost like I began to identify with being overweight now, insecure, unconfident, being shit though. Like, I really just identified with that. And I even always been like, well, I'm the thick one. I'm always been a little thicker. I got those hips, that booty, them thighs. Like, I got all that. So, okay, that's just, but then it's also now my arms are real thick. My stomach is out there. Like, so now I'm having this identity of I am just that thick person, and that's okay. But also now I feel insecure about it. I don't feel worthy in my thickness, and it wasn't really thick anymore. Now I'm actually overweight. All that to say, the enemy knows where to hit you, girl, okay? And if you have struggled with stress eating, emotional eating, putting on a lot of pounds, being insecure about other people, what they may think about your weight, if that has been a big factor for you, it makes sense that you get hit there quite often. It makes sense that that is a big thing for you. But I want to say this is where we get into trusting God with our weight loss journey, because God had to heal so much of that for me through this weight loss journey. Because people think it's just losing the pounds. Really, I was releasing words people said to me. I was releasing things that a boy told me in middle school, literally. Things that was like old things, but I carried them, right? I had to start releasing that. And really, it's releasing identities. That is what your weight loss journey is about. We think it's about just losing the pounds. Amen. And we will. But it's also deeper than that. And it's about really breaking out of the folds and the identity that you placed yourself in, your family placed yourself in, your ex-boyfriend placed you in, your ex-friends, whatever. It's breaking yourself out of that mode. Hey ladies, sorry to interrupt, but I wanted to let you know that I created you a free smoothie recipe guide, actually to go along with your weight loss journey. This is something that I did, and it's been helping me so much. I drink smoothies all week long while also eating my regular meals, and I have noticed that it's helped me so much. So I'm sharing in this free ebook all the smoothies that helped me lose the 29 pounds. These are simple, delicious, and they're packed with good nutrients your body's gonna love. So download your free guide today and start sipping your way to health. So I don't know about you guys, but I'm down like 29 pounds, and I have lost 20 pounds before, okay? I be losing the same 20 pounds sometimes. I'm like, Morgan Tracy, lose these pounds and keep it off. But there's something that I noticed that sometimes I would want to lose weight out of revenge. And it would work for a season, but it wasn't long lasting. So if a breakup happened, if somebody said something really ugly to me, then I would, like this girl and, the girl, what she said, I would like get on this weight loss journey, but it would really be out of revenge. It would really be out of, oh, I'm going to show y'all. It would be out of a different energy. And now I do think that was good to get me going, but that wasn't enough to sustain me. Okay. And I want to say that for you too. If you're on a weight loss journey and you're like, well, I'm glowing up because, oh boy, left me. Okay, great. Let that be help you get going, but that's not going to sustain you. Okay. And that's what I often realize is that my weight loss journey would fall off when I would lose the weight and I no longer had no point to prove, right? I didn't have a point to prove to anybody. After that, I would slowly start picking up the gummies again, picking up the sweets, going out and getting food all the time. It's like I started dropping my guard on my health. And so I'm telling you this today is it is okay that you want to lose weight, but make sure you're giving that over to the Lord because that is going to help you way more than trying to show somebody that you ain't that big no more. Oh, I'm going to show that ex when I see him in 2 months that I look way better. Or I'm going to show him with a post on Instagram. Like that revenge spirit, there's no revenge in the Lord. The Lord will bring that. Like you have to just truly focus on you, focus on the Lord, and you will have a true glow up girl, okay? So yes, I tried to lose it before out of revenge, out of I'm going to show them, out of all these other things. And the truth of the matter is it always fell short. Like I wasn't losing the weight like I should have been. And so something that happened, and I'm going to say this really, y'all, something that happened was during this, my new journey of weight loss, after I fell off with the friend when I didn't show up, that's when I realized I can't do this without God. Like I don't have the willpower. I don't have the discipline yet. I don't have that. And I cannot do this without the Lord. And so I remember after that, I started praying every night before going to bed, which I already would pray, but like I started intentionally every night praying and just saying like, when I'm getting in bed, rolling over, getting all comfortable inside of me, I would just say, Lord, help me get up in the morning. When that alarm clock goes off, please help me get up. Like, help me wake up. I would pray that prayer. And you guys, I want to tell you, there were some mornings that it almost was like my body jolted me. Like, I would jerk and I would like get out of bed and just wake up, right? That has happened a lot. But I pray that prayer even now, 3-4 months later. There's some days where I am so tired and I'm like, Lord, in the morning, when my alarm goes off at 5:15 in the morning, please get me up, right? And I remember I even told my husband, I was like, hey, will you pray for me that I will not press snooze and that I will get up, And will you pray that for me? And he was like, yeah. He was like, but dear, I think it's really, I need to pray for your discipline. I need to pray for your, so he was like, it's not that just help me with this part. Like ask the Lord to help you with the other parts of your life that may you might not be that disciplined in either. And that really opened my eyes because me hitting snooze on the alarm wasn't just about this one moment. There was a lot of places in my life I was hitting snooze on. I was hitting pause. Oh, we're not going to complete that project. Pause. We're not going to do that. Pause. I don't have the time for that. Pause. A lot of pausing. And I want to tell you, when I stopped pressing snooze and getting up, I started noticing more projects was getting done in the ministry. I wouldn't say, oh, I'm just had a long day. I'm not going to go to the office today. I'd be like, oh, I can go. I can do it. It's like the discipline started showing up in different other areas of my life. And so that is still a prayer that I do right now, every night, just about when I go to bed. I say, like, I'm talking to the Lord already, thanking him for the day, whatever. But I will say, Lord, help me wake up in the morning when that alarm goes off. Give me the discipline to get up when that alarm goes off, to not press snooze. Because I know if I press snooze once, I'll press snooze again and again. But give me the discipline to get up. And you guys, we are now in September, and I have been doing this since June. So that is the Lord. And that's why I want to tell you, ask the Lord help for your weight loss journey. It may not be the alarm clock for you. It literally might just be like, Lord, give me the discipline that at 5 o'clock, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, that I get out there and I get my workout in. I walk. Lord, give me the discipline that I don't emotionally eat after 7 or 8 in the evening. Give me the discipline to not eat that sweet treat that I always got for myself, right? That might be something other and different for you, but I want to tell you to pray that prayer, girl. That helps so much. So that's the biggest thing. Trusting God with your weight loss journey is, girl, you got to open your mouth and you got to ask for help. You got to ask him for help with your weight loss. You got to tell him that, Lord, I have not been able, and I had to tell the Lord this, I am 2 pounds away from hitting 200, Lord, and I have not been able to lose this weight. I lose a pound, gain a pound, lose 3, gain 3. God, I have not been able to lose this weight. So please help me, right? That's something I had to ask the Lord. And over time, friends came, accountability partner, they came, but I still wasn't fully showing up. just because I was working out, I was still eating so bad. So God had to reveal that to me as well. Okay. The little addictions I had in my life. So first off, ask for help, sis. Ask for help. Also, trust that the process will reap results. If you keep working out, eating healthier, showing up, it's gonna gain results. And I don't know about you guys, but that first month, I was walking with my accountability partner. I just knew I was gonna lose like 7 to 10 pounds. I don't know. I just like knew it. I lost 1 pound. And I was like, well, I should be grateful that I lost a pound, but I didn't know how to feel about that because I know I put in work. But the reality was that all the work I was putting in, I was also eating just as much. I was eating just as much. And so I had to realize that the next month, that's when everything shifted for me. Because when I got my workout in order, my workout was in order. But when I got my eating in order, that's when the weight started dropping. But I had to realize that, Morgan, I know you are so far away from your goal weight. When I was starting, I was 198 pounds. You're so far away. But if you keep doing this, you're going to reap a result. And I will tell you, girl, you will reap results. And what happens is you start losing weight and that gives you a momentum. It gives you an extra push like, oh my gosh, like it makes you really excited that you're really doing it. So I want to tell you, if you keep going, you're going to reap the result. Quit thinking you're not. Quit thinking, man, that's going to happen for them, but not me. If you put what you put in, you will get out of it. And I realize that if I put in 5 days a week going for a little walk or a jog, 5 days a week making sure I'm drinking smoothies and staying in a calorie deficit, if I at least put in that, I know I'm going to reap results. But now I can go harder. I can go a little less. But I know if I put in the work, I will reap the results. Another thing is pair your willpower with God's power, okay? Your willpower is going to be great some days. Some days you're going to have it in you to get up and get moving. But then also there are other days you will not have it, girl, okay? You will not have it. So that's where you have to pair your willpower with God's power. The days there's going to be some days that you're tired, you don't feel it, you're not interested, you don't even want to eat right, you want to go get every snack in the world. I get it, girl, trust me. But that is where you got to pair your willpower with God's power, where instead of buying all the snacks, I'm only going to have one, right? I'm only going to have one little thing here or whatever. But really pairing yourself with God, you need to, because you're not always going to have it. And I keep saying that, but I'm trying to get that through to you that just because I get up at 5 in the morning and run Monday through Friday, there are some days that I'm on strictly Morgan's power. I got it. Like maybe a Monday, a Wednesday, a Friday. But then there are other days where that is God. God is helping me. Where I'm getting up and I'm driving there and I'm like, I do not want to be even getting up right now. I do not even want to be driving here. I get out there and I'm sitting in my car and I'm like, I don't even want to get out of the car. And I'm like, Morgan, get out of the car. Lord, help me get out this car. Let me get out here and do what I got to do, right? But not every day is like that. That might be once a week, right? So you cannot let that one day where you don't have it to mess you up. You have to lean on God's power and not just your willpower. Because there are going to be days you just don't got it, girl. Also, on this journey, celebrate your victories, okay? Not just the scale number dropping, but celebrate when those pants feel a little lighter. Celebrate when your face looks smaller. For some reason, right here, and maybe a lot of people are like this, but this is where I lose weight in first. I lose it in my face and my neck, okay? And so that's where I noticed it at first. It was in a picture I took one day in my husband's truck. It was a Saturday, and we were going to get food, and it was a selfie I took of myself. And I was like, whoa, I see it. And that was really early on in my journey where maybe I had only lost a few pounds, 5 maybe. But I seen it and I was so happy. And I saved that photo and I was like, yes, I see it. And I would go back and look at it sometimes to inspire myself. Morgan, you see it. Don't give up yet. Don't give up, girl. Don't drop the ball. So celebrate your victories. If it's pictures, your pants feeling lighter. You worked out 3 days that week. You ate better that week. You said no to emotional eating one night that week. You said no to stress eating. You were going to go stop by and buy you a big old gallon of ice cream. And you said, nope, I'm going to buy this little miniature one. And that's all I'm having, right? You celebrate those victories because those are the little victories are going to lead you to the weight loss. It's those little, no, I'm not going to eat that whole thing. Oh, I worked out. Oh, I drank a smoothie. Oh, I ate a salad for lunch today when I usually eat pizza, right? That right there or those small victories will change the game for you. So celebrate those small victories. And every time I get done with my week of workouts, even if I walked a few days, if I ran only a mile, whatever, I say, oh, Morgan, you got through another week. You made it through another Monday through Friday of working out. Girl, you are doing it. You're on, I think I'm on like week 16 or 14 or something like that of working out. But I'm like, girl, you're doing it. You got done another week. I'm proud of you. Celebrate your small victories because that's going to lead you to the big things, okay? So I just want to really reiterate this to you ladies that your weight is not the enemy. Your body is not the enemy. That weight, that's not the enemy. You can love your body where you're at. And I definitely did love my body. I still have felt very confident, even though I was 198 pounds. I felt very confident, but I knew that excess weight had me sluggish. It had me not moving the way I wanted to be moving. And give God the permission to use your weight loss as a way to blow your mind. Okay? Because we want God to blow our mind in our dreams and our purposes and our finances. But allow God to blow your mind with your weight. Allow him to the number you say that is impossible for you to reach. Let him show you that he can do that for you. He can help you through that. And he can make you a better person in the journey. Okay? Because I'm just trying to tell you, right now I am 169. I am 1 pound away from being 30 pounds down. I'm super excited about that. But there was a number that I had for the year that felt so unattainable. And I remember the Lord whispered, put it on your board. Put it on your board. It was 160. It felt so unattainable at 198. And I said, no, I should put 180. I should put 180 for the year. That's what I told myself. Just put 180. But I heard the Lord say, no, put 160. So sis, there's a number that feels impossible for you to reach that God says, try me. Give me permission and I will help you. And I not only will heal you, I'll restore you. I will bring back health to your navel. Give me permission and trust me on your health journey. Trust me on the high days and the lows. Trust me when the scale moves and when the scale doesn't. Trust me when you see results and then when you don't really see results for a little bit. Trust me on this journey because you will benefit so much, girl. So my goal today is that you will trust the Lord with your weight loss journey, girl. I just want you to trust him with your weight loss journey. That will change the game for you. All right. All right, ladies. Well, thank you for watching the Pretty Fearless podcast with me, your host, Morgan Tracy J. I really hope you got blessed by this. If you feel like this is for you or even one of your girlfriends, go ahead, share and subscribe and check us out over on Apple and Spotify. Check out the show notes down below and get my free smoothie recipe guide so you can see all the smoothies that I am currently drinking on throughout my day that really help me feel good and also crave that sugary desire. Okay. So check that link out. It's free for you guys. I just want to give you guys my recipes and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye. Stay fearless, ladies.